We're 4 trail runners moving into a house with one goal, to see if we can become professional trail runners.
We're given a chance to focus on nothing else other than becoming better athletes.
For the next 14 months, we're going all in.
And if it works, each of us could sign a running contract to officially become a professional trail runner.
I'll put all this stuff away. So last week I found out that the High 5 100 got canceled. I'm super bummed. It always sucks to have a race get canceled, but that's just how it goes sometimes.
Out west, authorities are issuing pre-evacuation notices for the growing elk fire that's burning across the Hinsdale-Gunnison County line near Lake City.
So a lot of the course just wouldn't have been accessible. I know, it's always hard, and I mean it's harder for the race directors, I imagine, but it's the right call. There's always next year. The mountains aren't going anywhere. I don't think the race is going anywhere, but yeah, it sucks. Initially, I was telling myself that, like, oh, I've put all this time up in the mountains, training up high. I should still do something up in the mountains. I drove down to the Sangre de Cristos and then did a little solo adventure up to Little Bear Peak. I was out for like 6 hours or so, and I think it turned out to be 15 or 16 miles with a little over 6,000 feet of climbing. Just heading up the chute to gain the ridge up to Little Bear. Yeah, the weather's turning out pretty nice today. Can't complain. Went up the ridgeline direct to Little Bear, and that was really, really fun scrambling. Super engaging. Yeah, and then I just came back down the normal route and back out. Okay. This stuff is not fun to run down. It was a great time, you know, just decompress, spend time out in the mountains. After I was done with Little Bear, I drove over to Gunnison to meet some of my friends. The next day we went down to the La Platas, spent 2 days, and we went out and just did some ridge lines, just slow moving in the mountains. It was really, really fun. Got to see some old mines and do these cool, like, technical ridge traverses. I don't know that there's anything going through my head. I'm just in the flow state. Like, I don't really have to think about anything. I'm just like moving through the mountains. But it's pretty nice. I honestly find it really, really relaxing. It was pretty horrible descent. That wasn't quite as enjoyable. It was just this steep couloir with dirt and loose rock.
It's an all-seen.
Every time you step, you're just like knocking rocks down. And then even though it's a low snow year, there was still probably a few hundred feet of snow in the middle of the couloir. Okay. So we had to like skirt around the edge along the rock band, so that made it a little more tricky. We made it down, all safe, no one was hurt, but it was really slow going, and I was glad to be done with that. Because the thunder also happened to be rolling in around that time as well. But, you know, we got a little rain once we were below tree line, it was great.
Things are getting better, recovering, running more and more. It was like recently I've just not been feeling productive. You know, I run 30 minutes, you know, pretty slow. It's like, but like doing this workout, I was like, all right, we're getting somewhere.
All right, we're here at Davidson Mesa today. First workout back. Pretty short and simple. Got 10 minutes at a marathon effort, and then 3-minute jog, and then 5 minutes at half marathon effort. Gonna just do this short little loop here a couple times.
My next race is going to be the Mammoth Trail Fest, which is in late September. I think I'm racing on the 25th and 27th of September. First race I'll be doing there is a vertical race, so like an ascent, so point to point, straight uphill. That'll be cool. And then I'm doing 26K on Sunday that weekend. Oh, let's go. Our sponsors just sent us some more food. Yeah, we got 3 sponsors that are chipping in money together to help support us, pay for our rent, get us some food, so we just have to focus on running and training. Salted sweet cream. Gnarly. Kirkland, baby. Bayden and Dylan are doing a lot more longer distance stuff, more ultra running stuff, and I'm doing more sub-ultra kind of races and running. So that would mean like under 50K typically. I think my current sweet spot, I've just started, but my current sweet spot is anywhere from 20 to 30K. And then I'm also pretty interested in doing some shorter vertical races and then more classic up and down mountain races. You know, honestly, the races are still big. There's still plenty of huge races. There's the Golden Trail World Series. There's, you know, races like Sierras and all and Zagama. I'm really excited, and I think that this is, you know, what I want to do as a career. This is how I want to get paid full time. So I think there is a lot of money in short distance trail stuff, not just the long stuff, especially with the influx of, you know, professional road and track runners kind of shifting over to the trails, it gaining popularity. I think, you know, sponsors are going to really want someone that's world class and competing for podiums and victories in the short trail stuff. So yeah, I'm highly motivated, and I think, you know, it can be good for me in the future. Yeah, it's pretty quiet in the house right now. Dylan and Bayden are gone for the weekend. They're out running Pikes Peak, so yeah, I hope they're enjoying themselves.
Saturday, Bayden and I went down to Manitou Springs. We met Kieran Ney from the trail team, who Bayden knows from college. We started from town, and then we went up the incline. So basically walked a mile uphill. And then we hopped on the bar trail.
Yeah, the trail was pretty nice. You know, since so many people do it, it's super well maintained. And it's pretty runnable for most of it, especially from like the incline up to bar camp. Super runnable. And it gets a little more rocky as you get higher up, but it's such a nice trail. It's pretty easy going.
We're at bar camp, which is, I think we're like 4,000 feet up. We started on the Manitou incline. Less than 6 3/4, something like that, from the car. So we got like 4,000 feet to go. Stopped for filter some more water at the A-frame shelter, and that's where they turned around. And I kept going up. I had realized that I had left about 200 grams of Hyperlite in the car. So my plan for 110 grams an hour was kind of thrown out the window a little bit. Some nice man gave me some jelly beans and gummies. So should be good down to the bottom. I'm up at about 12,400 feet. Let's see, a little over 10 miles in. And this is pretty much the highest I've ever been, altitude-wise. I just came off the summit, 14,115 feet, which is new altitude PR. Super exciting. Just look at this. Insane. Those mountains are probably like 10,000 feet tall. Crazy. I think Pikes was a really, really good stimulus from the aspect of Whistler. At Whistler, there's 2 big climbs where you climb about that 5,000 feet each climb, and it's over the course of 10 to 12K. So just this long, steady climbing at like 15 to 18% grade. So it's in a race that long, it's in between the shuffle running and the hiking. So for me, just going up and climbing at pretty similar grade for 8,000 feet was, I think, probably a really great stimulus. And then obviously get the downhill, get a little bit of eccentric loading, and hopefully get some durability from a session like that. Yeah, Whistler's coming up in about 2 weeks. Time to start tapering. I feel pretty good fitness-wise. There's just a lot of uncertainty about a race for me. I've never done more than a 6-hour training run, so there's a lot of uncertainty for me. Like, how am I going to feel at 8 hours? How am I going to feel at 11 hours? You know, things like that. But I feel very good. I feel durable. I feel strong climbing. You know, I certainly don't have the speed I think I had a couple months ago or a year ago. But I also don't think for a race like this I need it. And that was part of the idea, is like, hey, we're moving to altitude. Let's just get familiar going long and slow for a little bit, and then next training block will probably be something. Trying to get a little bit of that speed back.
All right, we're at resonant frequency medicine, getting some like frequency treatment, which is good for like nerve health and stuff. I might have a bit of like nerve damage in my lower back and glutes, so I think this is going to help kind of like loosen things up, get everything firing the way they're supposed to be. So yeah, I'm excited.
Aries, how things have been going back to running? Like, are you back at it?
They're good. It's like, it's still not good, but like every day is better.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm probably like 65% better.
Perfect.
But like last week I was like 20, so.
Yeah, so like way better. So what's still bothering you? I know we don't want to focus on the bad, but I just need to know so that we can.
Yeah, basically everything's still, it's just less. So it's like still like upper glutes, like lower back, and that's pretty much it. Like basically like everywhere like surrounding like my sacrum and pelvis, like all the soft tissue there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Aries, I'm going to tell you about how this works. So we are running microamperage electrical current from this towel through your tissues to this towel. We're kind of talking to the cells and going, hey, remember what it's like to be optimal? And we're putting this like optimal vibrational rate into the cells. And we're going, this is what it's like to be optimal. And the ligamentous structures there start to go, oh, like that's the vibration that feels optimal and pain-free and free of inflammation. Great. And then we take away the input of the frequencies. And the idea is that that tissue continues to vibrate optimally. We can usually be really supportive with the frequencies in solving pain.
I'm doing everything I can to get back to running fully healthy. I think my recovery is just exponentially getting better, which I'm very grateful for. I think we can get to some pretty good fitness between now and Mammoth.
Okay, so this morning we're out at Chapman and I'm gonna do 10-minute, 8-minute, 6-minute, 4-minute, 2-minute hills with equal rest jog back down. So should be pretty good. Let's get some carbs on board to have during the workout. Keep me feeling nice and good. So I'll do a 20-minute warm up on the bike path and then I'll come back here and jog up the hill for a minute or two into the first reps and I'll start with 10-minute up.
No, I'm always here for you. Matter if there's cloudy skies or sunshine.
It's so nice. Might be the first time it's actually not hot already. Yeah, it stays in the shade for so long. It's next to the river. Can't complain. I got like another minute, then I'll turn around. 18 minutes, 2 minutes left to the warm up. I'll do a few strides and then head into the workout.
It's the greatest combination. We just keep on celebrating. Here's to another day. Here's to another year. And I know it always will be something special. Here's to another time in the sunshine of our lives.
Feeling pretty good. I'm awake now, so that's nice.
Something special.
4 minutes in, heart rate 159. Oh, that's pretty good. Legs are burning a lot, but I guess that's just part of it.
We will walk this path together. Around the bend.
It's my third interval. Heart rate is 175.
Magic is free. It always will be.
Over halfway done. I think I'm gonna jog back down to the gate and then start the next one.
Always will be. Something special. Hey.
And I gotta say, it feels good to pass bikers on the way up.
We jump the fall. Ain't no other way to go.
Dude, my quads are cooked. They're just burning so hard on the uphill.
Like we build a trust. 'Cause we know it always will be. Something special. Oh, something special.
I'm flying out this afternoon to go back to New Hampshire. So I'm actually hosting a high school cross country camp at the college I coached at last year, Keene State. So I'll be back in New Hampshire for the week. Registration started at noon. Got everybody registered, went for a nice camp run. went to dinner, did some fun activities, did some trivia, and now it's almost 10 o'clock, so just about lights out for campers, and I'm heading to bed. The reason I'm going back for the summer camp is I'm finishing my master's, so I'm getting my master's in athletic administration, and this is my internship. So I've been kind of working for really the whole summer, but even kind of into the spring and over the winter to try to set up this camp. And it's a pretty small camp, very individualized, but the idea is kind of create this opportunity for one thing is to get these like athletes exposed to running more. And then for me, it's like obviously the internship aspect's huge. This is basically the end of my master's, so I'm very excited to be done school, at least for a while. I've really enjoyed coaching. I've really enjoyed working with athletes individually. So this is a really great opportunity, I think, for me to give back.
All right, we're good. All right, we're here at Tom Watson Park in beautiful Boulder, Colorado. We're about to run. We're gonna do like an 8 or 9 mile loop. Bayden's going a little further, but Shoden Bayden classic running spot here in Boulder. All right, ready?
Let's do it.
This is called Coot Lake. It's a nice little lake, dude.
Yeah, I bet there's probably a whole bunch of migratory birds that stop by.
Oh yeah, did that little uphill kill you? Yeah, when it's more of like a clear morning, bro, like the Flatirons like reflect off this.
Dude, I bet.
Ain't that the way it goes when you're on the road? Ain't that the way it goes when you're making a living on the road? This road goes on forever, barely holding it together. That's the way it goes when you're making a living, not a killing on the road.
Oh, dude, and they just resurfaced it. Let's go. This is huge for us. And then the route we're taking is like a very uncommon route. But I just figured it'd be more fun to do like a loop.
Yeah.
Show you more of the area.
I feel like loops are always better than out and backs, you know?
You're lucky it's a road dog's American dream.
Look at that, dude. We're almost at 3 miles.
Going by so quick.
Vibes are high.
Diaz Town's Oklahoma City. And I see Tulsa's pretty alright. That's the way it goes.
Prairie dogs are basking in the sun.
Them and all their bubonic plague.
No, that is like kind of wild though. They're just right here, but they more than likely have the Black Death.
This road goes on forever, and you're barely holding it together. That's the way it goes when you're making a living, not a killing on the road.
My legs are a little tired, but dude, other than that, chilling.
That's okay. Couple more runs here, dude.
Yeah.
You'll be dropping me, bro. You'll be like, what are we doing? Why are we running so slow? I'll be like, bro, we're going 5:40. Bayden, what are you talking about?
If that happened, that'd be amazing.
But I'm an old tune slinger, an old school singer, and always gonna be living on the road.
Look at the sunflowers, bro, dude.
It's so pretty.
They're saying what's up to you. They're saying good morning, Bayden.
When you're making a living on the road.
Oh wait, I guess we can just...
Yeah, just go that way.
Barely holding it together, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes.
All right, we're back.
That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes.
Dude, look at the baby ones. What's up, guys? You want to come for a run?
You're like, what's going on?
Let's go, guys. Yeah, so right after this corner, we just get a long downhill section.
Oh yes, all the way back to that. Yeah.
Dude, is that a hawk catching a fish?
Whoa, dude, that's sick. I wonder if Rue got that.
Bro, he totally got that. It's fire.
Almost an hour 20 on the dot. 100 grams of Hyperlight, and then I added like a little bit of tart cherry juice to it. Tastes pretty awesome.
Yeah, I normally eat pretty healthy. I don't watch calories or anything, but like, yeah, ingredients and stuff. Like I try to eat like not a lot of processed foods and like good quality meat and stuff because I feel better and can run harder.
Aries, are you talking to any brands yet, or what's going on?
Yeah, dude. I mean, a couple. You know, things are in the works. It's exciting for sure. Obviously, nothing's set in stone. A lot can change, but yeah, I'm getting excited, bro. And then, you know, obviously, you know, We've been getting all those shoes sent to us, which has been sweet. You got some shoes yesterday.
Yeah.
Just for you.
Yeah, a pair of Dynafit shoes just showed up, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, how about you, dude? Have you chatted with any brands? You getting close to anything?
Not really. Haven't been talking to any athlete managers or any of that, but who knows? Maybe something will come up in a little bit. But since you are talking to people, maybe you have somewhat of an idea.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it's got to be racing at some point. Like, you have to have good results.
Yeah, you for sure have to race. I don't know, for me, man, I targeted races that I knew would have a lot of exposure, would be covered by, you know, the major news outlets and stuff in the trail running space. So it's more of a strategic thing on that to get my name out there and hopefully prove that, you know, I can run with the best and hopefully beat the best as well. So is there any races that interest you down the road that you think might kind of be a segue to getting a pro contract?
I'm going to go to Whistler in a couple weeks, so that's surely got to be better than High Five. In terms of like exposure.
Are you excited? Do you think your fitness is in a good spot for that race?
I'll do pretty good. I think I'm ready. I mean, I've definitely had some big days in the mountains, so that'll be pretty important. Last couple workouts I've had, I'm pretty good, I felt like.
So bro, you're racing Dylan. Do you think you're gonna win?
Oh man.